The best way you can support me is with a simple subscribe. Subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Mr. TALIAFERRO TV, how's everybody doing? We're still going at it strong. Allen Iverson, one of the greatest basketball talents of all time. We don't want to take anything away from the brother. Of course, Allen Iverson has had his good and his bad. I think the thing about Allen Iverson is his whole career has been contingent on being himself too much and never adapting to careers or life, right? There is no reason why we don't talk about Allen Iverson more in those top 10, top 15 conversations. I think the thing is with Allen Iverson, his career ended so abruptly. He came out of his prime so quick, and after his prime, he couldn't stay on a basketball team. And he was such a small guy. He didn't get along with a lot of his coaches. When Allen was out of that prime, a lot of teams didn't want to touch him, right? The good just didn't outweigh the bad. So Allen Iverson has committed to Ice Cube's Big 3 League. For those who don't know, the Big 3 League has been traveling all around the country. It's a 10-week league of guys who were former NBA players who are now retired or in retirement at the moment. And they play 3-on-3 basketball. I've actually caught it a couple weeks. It's actually pretty entertaining. And when all you got is Big 3-on-3 in baseball, you might want to watch some Big 3 basketball this summer. There's nothing to do. Football, please hurry up and come back. Anyways, so you see Allen Iverson, you see some of these bigger names. He's the biggest name by far playing. He's kind of a player coach, so he'll play a couple minutes a game to give the fans something because everybody wants to see Allen Iverson, but he ain't really playing much. He committed to Ice Cube. He said, look, I'll be a part of this for 10 weeks, but I'm not going to be playing every night. And I think Ice Cube kind of knew that going in, that AI wouldn't be playing every night or every week. It's just he didn't want to play many minutes at all. That's just not how he wants to be remembered as. And I get that. I get that. But he did commit for 10 weeks as a coach, and I heard that their paycheck is $100 grand for everybody. Maybe Ice Cube gave AI a little bit more to convince him to do it. But they were in Dallas over the weekend. For those who don't know, they shoot it over the weekend and it airs on Monday. So they edit it and put it together and they show it on Monday on Fox Sports 1. Allen Iverson did not come to Dallas. That's where it was at, and he didn't come this time. He didn't tell the Big 3 League that he wouldn't be there. He just no-call, no-show. I bet if you no-call, no-show from your job, you'd be fired now. The problem is with that, the Big 3 needs Allen Iverson as a promo. You need him around. He's the best thing you got until you're able to grow this league for a couple years and convince some better names or big names to join, right? You got a lot of guys who were just middle of the pack players when they were playing. You talking about Kwame Brown. These guys couldn't sell tickets when they were in the NBA, right? You got to pay people to come to the games. Then the only reason why people showed up is because they was a part of a team that they liked. People wasn't going to pay to see Kwame Brown and you know, I like guys like Steven Jackson, but these guys weren't commanding attention like that when they were players from fans to just go out and go buy a ticket to see. So they need guys like Allen Iverson. You don't have anybody else right now this year to command an audience. It actually got to the point where when it was announced that Allen Iverson wouldn't be there as the coach for their game over the weekend in Dallas, I was told that thousands of people just walked out of the arena right then and there. They didn't want to be there. They only came to see AI. Again, this is a lot of people's favorite player of all time. And if you get an opportunity to see your favorite player one more time to kind of relive that childhood moment, you're going to do it. And I was told thousands of people walked out as soon as they realized AI wasn't there. That's not good for the league. And also to add to this, Allen Iverson was spotted, this is a TMZ report, in Chicago hours before the game at a casino. So he had been gambling over the weekend, and they spotted him at the casino gambling a lot of big bread. And then they seen him in a restaurant as well the Sunday night, and he was in the same clothes that he had on at the casino. So one would assume that he had been pretty much gambling the whole day, right? And that's what TMZ is reporting. So that's the assumption. I'll tell you a quick story about Allen Iverson, because the TMZ also reported that he wasn't taking pictures and he wouldn't give anybody the time of day. I'll tell you a little quick story about Allen Iverson. I met Allen Iverson about 2 years ago at a celebrity game, and he was the first guy that I seen tell kids no for pictures, and I didn't like that, right? He first and foremost told me no for an interview. I mean, I ain't got no hate against Allen Iverson. It's just the truth. He did an interview with a local station. The irony is I used to work for that local station, so I waited because I knew the guys who were interviewing him first. I waited until they got done with the interview, and then I calmly walked behind and asked for an interview from Allen Iverson after he just gave these local reporters an interview. I'm like, okay, I know he's going to give me one. I'm the black guy. Those reporters, no offense, but these are white guys who definitely have nothing with the culture, any kind of culture knowledge, right? So I'm thinking, okay, you gave him an interview. I ain't got no hard questions for AI. I just really wanted to ask him. At the time, Steph Curry was lighting up the NBA. I think he won MVP that season. I just wanted to ask him about Steph and Russell Westbrook. I know he liked both of those guys. And he was like, no, I ain't doing no interviews. I ain't heard nothing about no interviews. And I was like, you just did an interview 5 seconds before that. I literally watched this. We're backstage, right? I'm back here with the players. And he told me no, and I was like, okay, it is what it is. That's AI. I get it. This is how he's made his meal ticket. Being him, I'm cool with that. But then I watched him tell some kids no to pictures. He took a few of them, but I seen him tell kids no to pictures, and I get it. It's got to be tough being somebody like that. Your whole life, people just want pictures and snaps and everything, but to tell little kids no to pictures rubbed me the wrong way, and that's the memory that comes to mind with AI. So when I hear that he blew off the Big 3 league, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, right? AI, again, one of the greatest talents we ever seen. But the back part of AI is that he just, I don't know, man. I just think the guy, he could have used somebody that he trusted in his corner that would tell him, hey, AI, just do the right thing for business. And I don't think his career would have ended the way that it did. Anyways, Allen Iverson misses the Big 3 in Dallas, and reportedly he was just spending his money gambling. There's no more reports about why exactly he decided to miss it. Was it really just because he was caught up in some gambling? We don't know. But talk to me in the comment box below. What do you think about AI missing the Big 3 league? And have you checked out any of the games? What do you think about the league? And do you see the potential in it? Talk to me. Comment box below. Shout out to Ice Cube as well. I'm out.